Now, Brian, Manly are set to increase its offer to Reuben Garrick after he held talks with the Sydney Roosters, who have emerged as frontrunners for his signature. Now, Garrick rejected an initial 2-year Seagulls extension worth about $1.1 million, so therefore $550 per year. He's a point-scoring machine. St George Illawarra also interested, but the Roosters are leading the chase as they prepare for life after Mark Nawanganawazi and possibly Daniel Tupu's eventual retirement. The Roosters' advantage is Garrick's close friend with Daly Cherry Evans, who recently shocked the NRL by signing a 1-year deal with the Roosters. Yeah, really shocked them, with a possible second-year option and a future coaching role. So Garrick is now weighing up his future and a potential move away from Manly. And this was the full package in the Daily Telegraph. You can catch the full package with Jimmy Smith on SEN Breakfast on 11:70, Brian.
Yeah, that's it's not a great look for Manly at the moment, in the sense that he's gone, Daly Cherry Evans. He hasn't said anything bad about the club, but we all know there is obviously turmoil. Tony Mestrov has left, or whether he was pushed, and now Reuben Garrick, who's been a great servant for him, going to follow his mate at the Roosters. It's just not. It's not sounding great.
No, it's not.
For him to knock back $1.1 million, I feel that's probably his mark.
Tell you, there's a lot of clubs like Manly, South, Para. Picking a top 8 next year is going to be extremely difficult. There's going to be a big scalp who misses.
I'd like to see him go back to his roots, going back to the Dragons.
Gerringong.
Don't you
Dragons.
feel?
Yeah, I'd like to see it, but Price is right, really. Like, if he wants a bit more, I don't know.
What would you pay from a Dragon point of view to get him back?
If he's knocked back 2-year 1.1, he's testing the market. 600 would be pretty.
Well, it's only another 100 large.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying, like, you're outlaying 600. You've got some young backs coming through.
Is he a winger?
He can put, I guess the strength with Reuben is can play fullback, can play wing, can play centre, can kick goals. Durable.
Well, this was going to say.
Good looking.
Yeah, that's a beautiful check.
Yeah, so
my only
off-field
issue is if he plays playing on the wing, he's got to take those tough carries. He has been a little bit susceptible to concussions. He's had a few last year, especially head knock, didn't come back on. He's had a few head knocks. So
point scoring machine. The game is ultimately based on scoring more points than opposition. He can score points.
Okay,
I'd love to see him back.
I think I'd like to see if he leaves the Seagulls. I'd like to see him go back to the Dragons.
Okay.
That would be a good thing for Manly too? Not like saying that he's not doing his job at Manly, but Collar's off contract, and I think there's going to be teams going after him. Yeah. So, like, if I'm the Dragons, I'm like, Reuben, this is the price, but I'm looking ahead, going Collar. He's probably more the player you want, because he's younger, and Holmes is going to kick goals. So, like, if you're wanting him for that aspect, I think you've already got that covered at the Dragons, right? So, I think Dragons probably need to get a bigger marquee name. Okay. Like, there's a lot of reasons. I discussed them a few weeks ago with a few of the number games for the Dragons in terms of crowds, memberships, all that palaver. But
is it for 27?
Yes, it would be.
For life after
Marky.
Marky Mark.
Yeah, that's right. So, the reason why he's going there is because he's pretty close to DCE. DCE might not be there, 27.
Yeah, maybe not, but he's obviously endorsed him and said, look, he's a good clubman, you want to get this bloke. Okay. So we'll see how that plays out. That is for sure. Anthony Seibold, by the way, folks, he's on Sports Day tonight with Rat and JK with the new stadium name announcement of Shark Park, Ocean Protect Stadium. So we thought, why don't we rank today, and for differing reasons, like it might be vivid memories or whatever the case may be, our top 5 stadiums.
Number 5.
Oh, the 8th Wonder's got to get a start. I used to hate training there at Leichhardt Oval. It was a heavy, crappy field. They've since done it up.
Yep.
But if you walked in there on a Sunday afternoon, you'd park in the back lot and you'd have to come through the crowd on the other side from the eastern side, Brian. And it was just such a majestic venue to play at. But I hated training there.
No, I can't disagree.
No.
But that don't make my 5.
Number 5.
I've gone SCG.
Oh,
now
yes.
I got to play there. So when you're growing up, it was always grand finals, origins, and you thought, I'd love to play there one day. And I got to play there.
Yes.
And league, not cricket, unfortunately.
No.
But it's just one of those grounds. When you go into the old dressing room and you can see, all the guys that the cricketers have got 100 or they've got 5 on the board, and you can see the etchings of the cricketers in the lockers. This is before they did it up, and just sitting in the members after the game having a beer. SCG number 5.
Okay, number 4.
Number 4.
This is number 4, but also serves as advice, Brian. For any player wrapping up their career, if you're going to sign with a country team for cashies,
Yes.
go and play good, okay? So I went out to the Park Spaceman at Pioneer Oval, right?
Yeah.
So this is a vivid memory for me, and I was playing like a bastard. My head was off at that time in my life, and I wasn't training, and I was an ordinary player. They did not get bang for their buck for me. So Pioneer Oval, when your own fans would boo you, Brian, that was a vivid memory for me, number 4. What have you got?
I've gone Yankee Stadium.
Oh.
Yeah, got to go
The
and
new
watch
or the old?
Old.
Ah.
So Britt and I went there for, it was our honeymoon.
Oh.
Yeah, and we went and watched the B-ball. So it was just because it was so big. That was the first time I've ever been to New York, and I thought, this is historic.
Yeah.
Didn't understand what was going on. Got a hot dog. It was, paid $18 for a beer. It was awesome.
And also, too, like the getting out of the Bronx.
Yeah, hadn't been to the Bronx before. And that was when the Bronx was a little bit dicey
Yeah.
back then. But Yankee Stadium for me was number 4.
Number 3.
Oh, number 3. First time there last year. I know you've been there a couple of times, Brian. Allegiant Stadium.
Yes.
What a cracker.
Yeah, no, that's the future of stadiums.
Best I've ever been to, Allegiant Stadium. Your number 3?
Mine is, the old SFS, the old Sydney Football Stadium.
Aussie Stadium.
Well, that was another, it was Aussie Stadium after that. But I told you when I was 13, so I carried the sand from the SCG grand final, so
Right.
87, and we got to we got to take it. So they pretended it was us walking off in 87 with the sand, and then they cut because they had the big screen. This is the first time we had the big screen, and then it was us walking on with the sand to lay it on in 1988.
And all the finals there.
And then you got to play there. Yeah. That was pretty special. I used to love
awesome.
when the sun, like you'd get there to watch first grade, and it's just been reserve grade, and it's just been mowed. And that smell, because you sat so close, and we're pretty successful there. So
yeah, that was
SFS.
awesome. That was awesome.
Is the rumour true? So when I did my first game there as a producer, and you have to walk up the stairs, like the commentary box up on the western end.
Yeah.
Supposedly, this was the rumour that I heard when they were doing the initial tour. They took the journos and everyone around and did the tour. Here's the north end, here's the south end, here's the east end, here's the west. Any questions? And a few people went, yeah, where's the commentary box? And they went, oh, shit. And they had to build the
right
makeshift commentary box right at the top of the Western Grandstand.
That's right.
So that's why. And it didn't feel like it was right? It was a camera deck.
And they've forgotten to build
that's where they put the commentary box in.
right.
I think that's a rumour. I heard it, but I'm not sure if it was true.
Do they still call? I mean, not now, but before it was knocked down, were you still calling from up that height, or do they bring it down to the lower level?
You're generally calling from the top.
From the top,
Everyone
okay.
was up the top.
Oh, it was such a hike.
Yeah.
You'd be right up to the nosebleeds.
Yeah.
Vivid memories for the Cane film. So remember the old Commonwealth Bank Cup?
Yes.
My brother on the Saturday had won the Commonwealth Bank Cup with John Paul II Marion, which was Frank and Tony Pilatua and Benny Gallier and those guys. And then that was at the Sydney Football Stadium, and a week later we won the flag at the same venue. So that was great memories. Just wonderful times.
Yeah.
Wonderful times there. Let's go to
Number 2.
Oh, look, I haven't been there, Brian. You have, so you'll have comments on this, but I'd love to see SoFi Stadium.
Yes. Well, that's in my last 2.
Oh, is it?
That's in my last 2.
Okay.
That is a sight to behold, SoFi Stadium.
Well, then keep that thought.
They had to, because it cost so much, it was in the flight path, so they had to lower it.
Oh.
And they've got a bit of issues with flooding now, but let's not take anything away from it. Still a cracking stadium. The scoreboard drops from the roof, and it is 360 degrees.
Wow.
So wherever you're sitting, it's awesome.
So I thought Allegiant was out of this.
No, this is the
That's
Mick.
better.
I feel this is the Mick.
And the swimming there in the Olympics is going to be crazy.
Yeah.
Off the back of, what was it, in a 30,000 seat stadium in Paris, they're The Seppo's just like, no, we can do it bigger. So I think they're looking at 50, maybe 60 for
And it's in
Australia v USA.
And it's in Inglewood too.
Yeah.
Inglewood. What is good in the hood, Inglewood. Number 2,
Oh, you're number 2. Yes.
Number 2.
Old Trafford.
Oh, nearly did it.
yeah.
Theatre of Dreams. Got to play there a couple of times.
Yeah,
And, it is a theatre of dreams.
it is.
Unlike the Wankdorf, that was a theatre of wet dreams. This is much. This is much better. This is much. Yeah, and it's all the history. It's a bit like the SCG.
Yes.
You know, you go in there. Probably we didn't appreciate it as much as say young English folk.
Yep.
With Manchester United, obviously, but pretty special joint.
Pretty special. Yeah, I'll agree with. We used to live about 500 metres from there, and it was very, very special. Okay, folks, let's get to the
Number
Mickey.
1.
Very close to your thoughts, Brian, and I've not been here. I would love to have been here for whatever the case may be, a soccer event or a Wembley
Yes. Old or
Stadium. Don't mind. I just love everything about those Challenge Cups and the FA Cups and the big soccer events. That would be certainly a bucket list.
Yep. Didn't make my 5. I've forgotten about that.
Number 1.
My 1 is SoFi. So
Yep.
you beat me to it. It was, and I got to see the Froghorns play. They got pumped by Ohio State. That was when I was at the Texan.
Yes.
I think it was also so good because we got it was the free pour down at the bar.
Oh.
So the Texans
Trebles.
tickets who got us, it was just the Mickey.
Yeah.
And I thought I had to so you could order whatever you want. So I was in my Don Julio phase.
Yes.
And I said, can I get a Don Julio? They said, yeah, good as gold. And it's, you know how the Seppos, it's free pour.
Yep.
There's none of this bodgy 30
No.
30 mil
No.
RSA, you've had too much to drink. They just go,
Bus.
bus. And everyone's Albert. And you go back and watch there's 60-odd, 70-odd thousand there. SoFi for me. And there's right in there was a first time I ever had a In-N-Out burger.
Oh, yeah.
In the stadium.
In the stadium.
Yeah, wow.
So when I was Albert, there's nothing better when you're Albert.
Yep.
Like we have a kebab
Mm.
coming home. This In-N-Out burger, gosh, it was good.
You don't. They're all on the West Coast, aren't they?
Yes.
In-N-Out burger. There's not
Yeah.
much doing. The Shack's got the other mob.
Shake Shack.
I've got the East Coast
Yeah.
covered. What have we missed, boys?
Mine would be Lumenfield, Seattle, the loudest in the NFL. Very good. Seahawks.
Yes.
Madison Square Garden.
Oh.
Basketball, hockey, even music going there. It's amazing. It's epic. You can get seats up on the Chase. I think it's the Chase maybe. Chase Bank sponsors it. And you can just look down on the court of the ice from up top.
Yep.
These lounge seats, that's good. And to your Leichhardt sort of angle,
Yeah.
I think Wynn Stadium, early season,
Really?
with that windsock blowing in the sunset. Some of the best drone shots in the NRL down in the Gong. And some of the funny moments in commentary with Fatty and the like in Channel 9. So that'd be my 3. One that I haven't been to that I really want to go to is Anfield. You've seen some amazing pre-game stuff there. Just being a part of it, you get goosebumps just watching it just on TV.
We didn't mention Madison Square Garden. That's a nice shout out too. Tourists, what have we missed?
There's a stadium in Germany. I've been to a couple, but one's called the Veltins Arena. The German stadiums are insane with the crowds and the atmosphere. Going to football there. I like Rogers Centre, Toronto, where they play the Blue Jays play baseball.
Sky Dome. Yeah.
That's amazing. There's lots of Scottish tiny football stadiums which are shit and crap, but I love them because of the memories that were there. But my number 1 stadium is Tottenham's. The Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, where they play the NFL every single year as well.
Oh, okay, yep.
It's incredible.
Wow.
It's like the longest bar in Europe because it's just one continual bar the whole way around.
Really?
You could walk through the whole thing in
wow.
one circle. It's one of the most amazing things you'll ever see, that stadium.
Hey, Sugar, talk about Wembley Stadium. The wife and I watched Akadaka there last year. Cheers, says Gibbo.
They're getting around.
Good on you, Gibbo. What was that stadium we found? Tony someone?
Oh, the Tony Macaroni.
The Tony Macaroni.
There's a tiny football stadium just outside of Glasgow, a local Italian restaurant. It's called Tony Macaroni's. And he's an incredibly Scottish guy, but wants to do it Italian. So it was a 3,000-seater stadium called the Tony Macaroni Arena.
When they, Brooksy, in the NFL, when they build a new stadium, it's all off the owners, isn't it? They don't get any.
They get a bit like that. Some teams are leveraging off government to move stadiums to different parts of the city because it might be like what do you call them, like the different councils.
Gotcha.
So the councils are vying for the stadium to be in their area because they'll put entertainment quarters in there. They'll foot like 50% instead of like 20%. Like even the Sixers, the Philadelphia 76ers, Philadelphia is on the border of New Jersey and Pennsylvania. And the Sixers are threatening to move them across the river into New Jersey because New Jersey want to build a stadium over there because the new one, the old one where they're at, is getting a bit old. It's like 18 years old,
Right,
20
yeah.
years old. So Camden, I think it is, across the water, they're like, hey, we'll take your stadium and we'll fork out a lot for it. So teams are sort of leveraging against different
I saw
areas.
the plans of the one in Vegas, the baseball's going to go. They knocked down the Tropicana.
Yeah.
And you should see what they're building there.
NRL transfer update. Catch the Run Home YouTube channel on YouTube. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications and get inside the studio.
All right, now this for me, Brian, and Peter Bedell reports through the Courier Mail, was an absolute tap-in. Coby Black, as we shared about a week or so ago, he's off to the Raiders for 2027. A rising Brisbane Broncos playmaker, played for Queensland under 19s. He's pushing for now an immediate release to join the Canberra Raiders ahead of the 2026 pre-season. So he signed a 2-year deal with Canberra to start in 2027, but he is contracted to the Broncos until the end of 2026. Raiders coach Ricky Stewart initially supported the plan of staying, expecting Black to benefit from another year under Broncos veteran Adam Reynolds, and of course Ben Hunt there as well. However, Black's management is negotiating for him to move this summer.
Yeah, well, that's smart. It's the way I would do it, but
Yep.
it's whether Brisbane are worried about the ageing halves, thinking if someone goes down. They've got Jock Madden's left, hasn't he? Has he gone back to the Tigers?
Has he? I'm not sure. He has he, Brooks?
I think so.
He's
And
gone somewhere.
the Walters injury too probably
Yeah.
would scupper this, just with depth.
Yep. I've only seen him play that one game, and I was waxing lyrically. Remember after I came back, I said, this kid can play.
What games?
The under 19.
Yeah.
But then
Every half in that game was awesome. Every half.
So it makes sense for him to leave now, but I think Brisbane would, because of those reasons, he might be ready for first grade.
How does Ethan Sanders take this news?
Competition brings it the best of people,
Wow.
don't you think?
Yeah. Raiders, I mean, they probably can't. They're probably not allowed to, but would they be kind of pushing him because they're in a premiership window is the term, aren't they? The Raiders, like they are right there.
Yeah.
But the absence now of Jamal Fogarty,
Kicking game is going.
kicking game,
is huge.
yep. And mate, they were that close. Like they had the Broncos cooked.
Gone.
They beat them 3 times.
They would have got the week off. Yeah, it's
And
sliding
we're
doors.
going to catch up with Craig Fitzgibbon later, but like the Sharks, it's a very settled squad.
Well, let's ask Tootsie. We'll ask the Toots.
Yep.
Saying, is it Ethan Sanders? Is he a kid who loves a challenge? Does like having young Black underneath him, is that going to push him to greater heights, or is it something that it may affect him mentally?
I'd love to know what Rick's thinking.
You boys did your fixtures, top 5 fixtures to sort of watch. This is developing into a nice one if Coby Black goes to the Raiders after that finals match.
Oh, yeah.
History. Yeah, this would be really good. I think we need it, don't we? And AI would be like...
Okay, boys, where do we land? So the Broncos the young Bronco asks for an early release from Brisbane naturally. I think it will happen.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah.
I think they'll grant it.
They'll grant it.
If they grant it, no. If they grant it, yes.
Well, it's in his best interest. I'm imagining the dollars would be far better to make the immediate move, wouldn't it?
Well, if he plays first grade,
Yeah.
I don't know whether it would be. I think it'd be if he plays first grade, the clauses would activate. But I think it'd be similar sort of money now because he hasn't debuted yet, has he?
Yeah, but he hasn't. But I think it'd definitely be more. Where do you stand on this? So, in the event that Coby Black gets a release, I mean, it's actually in the Broncos' best interest for Canberra, who's a competitor, to pay more money for Coby Black. So, if they get him off the books and Raiders pay, say, double, that helps them cap-wise as far as...
No, yeah, that's a good point. Georgie here, my man Jorge, Bronx have got Duffy coming, Tommy Duffy.
Duffy.
Yep. We can't write him off because Tommy Dearden was getting hammered for the first 30-odd games. So I know it's been a rough start for the Duffmeister, who comes from the Cowboys. And the fact he's going there, I think this happens.
It was interesting when we spoke to Ricky about how he thought Ethan Sanders could do with another year under a seasoned halfback. And now he's changed tune. Maybe he couldn't get that seasoned halfback.
Yep.
There was someone out there there was chat that who was the chat?
Yeah.
Oh, Ilias.
Lockie Ilias.
That was, I don't know whether Stick was, if it was any real interest.
Somebody was saying about Lockie Ilias went to a rugby school. Somebody was saying that he could easily find his way in representative rugby.
Well, if you're not okay, Fat George, if you're listening, Fat George, get hold of Lockie.
There you go.
Well, if he fails at the Titans, does he just think, well, you know what, I'm going to play rugby?
Yeah, but who truly wins in a battle royale between Fat George and Hairy Knuckles?
I don't know. Fat George hiding under your bed would be pretty odd. What about, remember Brodie Croft? He was going to
know.
Brodie Croft was the rugby kid.
Yep.
He was going to be anything.
Yep.
And then it went from Melbourne to Brisbane to...
They lost that grand final. And that was it for him, really. When he lost that grand final when Keary went berserk, that was about it for Brodie Croft. And off he went to the Super League, and he's had a great career there. So styles make fights. 1300 01 1170. The Broncos got Mam, Hunt, Reynolds, Billy Walters with that injury. Duffy, of course. Now, Brian, Storm, close to sealing Katoa replacement. Now, what about this? And you know how this is going to end. Storm are set to sign Jack Hetherington.
Wow.
From Newcastle. 1 year deal.
Oh.
Perfect. So, Eli Katoa, we believe. I don't think the Melbourne Storm have completely ruled out a late appearance from Eli Katoa in the year, but his health, of course, is just absolutely paramount. So the last thing they're thinking about, but they need to cover that gap regardless. And the deal is close to being finalised and should be announced within days. Melbourne received up to $600,000 in salary cap relief following Katoa's injury. Hetherington's now 29, has played, of course, Canterbury, Penrith, and the Raps have been there, Warriors as well, debuted in 2018, just under 100 games. So he's had a cheeky sort of... decent career, 96 games. You just know if he puts that purple jersey on, Brian.
Oh, he'll go berserk. He won't be a replacement for Ellie. He'll play in the middle for Nelson.
Yes, correct.
He's going to be coming off the bench, just playing through the middle. You know exactly what's going to happen.
Correct.
He'll say, do not offload,
Yep.
Jack. I just want you to run as hard as you can and hit as hard as you can. That's all I need you to do.
If I said to you, Brian...
for 25 minutes.
Can I get a price on Jack Hetherington having the best ever season he's ever had? You'd be all in, wouldn't you?
What the price I'll give you?
Yeah, be short.
$1.25.
Yeah.
Country origin.
Yeah.
Well, look what... Hey?
It'd be in country origin.
Seconds first.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Good. Okay. Are you willing to back this up, Shug, by saying he's a chance? Will he be included in Laurie Daly's extended squad for Origin 1? Will he be part of the emerging Blues?
You know what? And Brooksy was talking about this off air. It would not surprise me.
If he just gets super fit.
Or if you read in an article, Origin Bolter.
Yeah.
Origin Bolter.
He could come flying out of the blocks and just become the perfect utility player or bench player.
Yep.
I can see it happening.
I would not bet my life on him not playing Origin. What, you're still here? Well, you can see more on the Joel and Fletch socials and catch us live on SEN Radio, you beautiful humans.